In 1944, for D-Day, the Americans had plenty of M4 Shermans. And what they did was they had the standard 75mm Sherman, but it had been upgunned with the M1A1 gun, or as here, the M1A2, which can be differentiated because it has a muzzle brake, and harder to tell, it's got a faster twist to improve accuracy at long range. Now, these were all sat in depots because the US Army felt tank v tank fighting should be done by tank destroyers, not tanks. However, they did feel that the 75 was perfectly adequate to deal with the standard German medium tank, which was the Panzer IV. Unfortunately, the German Army's plan was to replace the Mark IV with the Panther as the standard medium and then the Tiger as the heavy. This gave the Americans a bit of a problem, and very quickly the 76mm guns were starting to be shipped to Europe, although Patton's Third Army only accepted them after the Battle of Araucourt in late September 44. Now, the idea was that the standard gun wasn't adequate. So the 76mm could actually penetrate 125mm of unsloped rolled homogeneous armor at 100 meters and 106mm at 1000. This is fine until you realize the Panther's glacis plate is 140mm. Yeah. In all fairness, the German KWK-40 was pretty similar in penetration, but it wasn't having to deal with heavy tanks. Once the guns were out there, it was realized that these weren't even adequate, and the 90mm gun was desperately required. And as an interesting comparison, the British, who actually used the Sherman Firefly on D-Day, had a gun that would penetrate 174mm at 100 meters and 150mm at 1000, but did suffer from long-range accuracy issues.